Today we are visiting Heritage Park, Canada's largest living history museum located in Calgary, Alberta. The park covers 127 acres and has 3 main areas. Unfortunately, we were there as part of a tour and were only able to take in 2 of the 3 areas in their entirety because of the tour time constraints. Heritage Town Square is a free area in front that has shopping, a cafe, and a full-service restaurant. The historical village depicts life from the 1860s to the 1930s. We only rode around its perimeter on a steam train. We did not have time to disembark and walk the town. The train ride was enjoyable and gave us a glimpse of what a fantastic place this is to visit. One interesting tidbit of information is that train stations were originally built only 8 miles apart, which was a one-day ride on horse and wagon. The train station is where you would send telegraphs, receiving or send freight shipments, and receive mail. The famous 5 Center of Canadian Women commemorates the achievements of 5 women who fought for legal equality for all women. When the Supreme Court of Canada ruled that women were not persons under the law, 5 women took the matter to the highest court, and in October 18, 1929, the Privy Council, the highest court in the British Empire, ruled that women were indeed persons, establishing constitutional review of women from a modern perspective, free of bias. Gasoline Alley is where Paul and I spent the majority of our time while at Heritage Park. Gasoline Alley is a 2-story, 75,000 square foot museum and contains Canada's largest collection of restored gas pumps and one of the largest collections of restored trucks, plus vintage automobiles, signs, and other artifacts from the turn of the 20th century to the 1950s. The layout of the museum is nicely done, allowing some vehicles to be viewed in unique settings with era-appropriate backdrops. This vehicle is plated for Saskatchewan in 1937, which was Canada's first slogan plate commemorating the coronation of King George VI in 1937. The Desert brand camping water bag's purpose was to keep water cool for human consumption. It was used by farmers, miners, construction crews, and travelers on long drives to provide water for their car radiators. The oil filling station would be at a service station for putting oil into your vehicle. Many of the gas pumps on display were rescued from farmyards where salesmen gave them the pumps in exchange for their loyalty to a particular brand of gasoline. All the rescued pumps are restored, fitted with new parts, rewired, cleaned, repainted, polished, and buffed before going on display. This 1905 Cadillac Model E runabout was converted by a prospector to use as a multi-purpose truck. It was discovered in an abandoned gold mine in the Northern California and is preserved in its original as-found condition. These are radiator caps with sight glass, which gave the temperature of the radiator coolant. This 1924 International truck was found rusting away on a farm and is displayed unrestored. It was probably used by a business because the new truck technology represented progress. The tires with fabric inside was a manufacturing design where cotton fibers were placed at a different angle to the tire's tread to strengthen the tire and make it less susceptible to shredding. Paul had an aunt who was a bank manager at Imperial Bank of Commerce in the early to mid 1960s. The first gas pumps were made with a clear glass tank at the top because people wanted to see the gas they were buying because contaminants and dirt were a big problem. To operate the pump, you would move a handle back and forth to fill the glass globe with the amount of gas needed, as shown by the markers on the pump or globe. Gravity would then cause the gas to run through the hose and into the vehicle's tank. It was not until the 1950s that pumps became smaller and boxier. The 1912 Buick Express Model 2A Cannonball Express has a sign that says, "Phone 2 shorts, 1 long." These instructions were for party line calling. Several parties were on the same phone line and individual parties were identified by the number of rings. To call the Cannonball Express, you would connect to the operator and instruct them 2 shorts and 1 long. They would connect you to the Cannonball Express. Everyone else on the party line knew the call was not for them because it was not their ring sequence. Paul and I hope you enjoyed traveling with us through Heritage Park and visiting Gasoline Alley. We want to hear from you. Please leave us your comments and give us a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and request notifications so you receive notice each time we produce a new video. If you enjoyed Heritage Park, we invite you to visit Cape Breton Island, where we visit the Alexander Graham Bell Museum and historic Fort Petrie Museum. We also recommend the Calgary area preview, where you will see all the videos coming out in the Calgary, Alberta area. Subscribe now because as we go rolling through North America, we want you to travel with us.